It's finally here. Week 1 of the fantasy basketball season is upon us. And you know what you need to do? You need to get a head start on your league mates and grab some players off the waiver wire. You are in luck. In this episode, we're going to run down some must-add players that you need to pay attention to for fantasy basketball week 1. We believe every NBA fan should play fantasy basketball. So the first player I want to take a look at is Aaron Nesmith. So we got a lot of talk around Andrew Nembhard. We got a lot of talk even about TJ McConnell. But what people aren't paying attention to is TJ is about to be out for like a month, y'all. So somebody has to pick up the slack and get that value in the Indiana backcourt. Currently, on ESPN, your man Aaron Nesmith is only rostered in 19.7% of leagues. Let that sink in. So what it means is he's widely available on most platforms. I'm talking sleeper, lock-in mode. I'm talking Yahoo high score. Huh? Are you listening? Listen, this guy can produce. Did you watch him in the playoffs last year when Indiana was making their finals push? This guy was an absolute dog. And we're talking about fantasy basketball points value right now. And this is a guy that you have to pay attention to. So with my first selection, I strongly recommend that you check out Aaron Nesmith. The next player I want to take a look at is Ryan Kalkbrenner. Now listen, I went down to Dallas recently with my league mates so we can conduct a live draft. And we were down in Dallas eating barbecue, chilling by the pool, drafting the whole 9 yards. But one thing we also did was we took a look at Ryan Kalkbrenner in person when they played against the Mavs. So Charlotte versus the Mavs. And one thing that I would say, the young man takes up a lot of space in the paint. Also, he has a bit of a jump shot, a mid-range shot that was okay. He's crashing the boards. He's getting some blocks. If he gets the minutes that we think he's going to get, because honestly, he's the only legit center that they have on the team, right? And if they get the minutes that we believe that they'll invest in him, I think this could be a sneaky play. Many people who have watched this channel know that we've been encouraging ESPN points players, Yahoo points players, sleeper lock-in mode points players to pick this guy up with your last pick. But lots of us, it just didn't work out like that. And he's still available. Only rostered right now on ESPN in 1.7% of leagues. And if this guy can get 25 minutes a game, I think he's more than better than the last person on your roster. And if he gets to cook, top is off, boobies is out, hair blowing in the freaking wind, convertible status. Pick up some Ryan Kalkbrenner. Next up, Herb Jones. Oh my God. From the New Orleans Pelicans, a oldie but goodie. This is a two-way machine. He's going to be good on defense, get you some blocks, get you some steals, but also he can produce some points. Listen, people are like, I don't understand. Like with your last pick, this is a guy that if you snatch him up off the waiver wire now, stash him and kind of see what happens, this could be a consistent points league contributor for your squad. Only rostered right now in 22.3% of ESPN leagues, and I'm confident that he's available on most other formats. Or other platforms, I should say. So pay attention to what's happening in New Orleans, because as much as I believe in Zion, as much as I want him to produce, as much as skinny Zion is just making me feel like this is going to be a shoe busting type of year for that brother, he don't play. He don't normally play. Zion Williamson has consistently over the years, due to injury, been hot dog water with the bratwurst residue. Dumpster juice village. The man has been no good because he don't play. And a player like Herb Jones with Zion out, which knock on wood, hopefully he doesn't get injured because I am high on Zion. But if history proves itself, your man will be out for some time and Herb Jones will step up. So this is a player in this week 1. You want to just grab some players and just kind of see what happens. He is one of my targets, Herb Jones from the New Orleans Pelicans. Next up, man, I don't know if you saw this guy in the daggone summer league. Your man was cooking with hot bacon grease. Kyle Filipowski. Man, oh man. Now I get it. There's a lot happening in Utah. Ace Bailey is coming on really strong. We'll talk a little bit about him later on this week. But Kyle Filipowski is a sneaky play, guys. I mean, one thing about fantasy basketball, and this is something I had a conversation with my man Dan Titus about on a recent show that we did together. My man Dan Titus from Yahoo. The eye test is something in fantasy basketball that is not acknowledged as much as I would like to see it. So we talk about data because we are a data-driven space. We're like, the analytics say this, the trends say this, the math says this. And I get that and I respect that with open arms wholeheartedly. But I don't give a shit, Sue puppy. If a player like Kyle Filipowski is putting numbers on the board like Pusha T, and I see it with my eyes, regardless of what's happening in draft rooms, I know what I saw this summer. And you know what they say? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So for that reason, he is only rostered in 10.1% of ESPN leagues. If he's available, I'm snatching him and I'm just stashing to see what happens. Now, if you're in a Yahoo high score league, unless it's a deeper league, I don't think that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to, and honestly, on high score, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can only go up to 12 teams. I'd have to research that for you, but it's such a new platform. But for deep leagues on sleeper lock-in mode, if you're in a 14-teamer, 16-teamer, 18, 20-teamer, this is the type of player you want to pay attention to if he is in fact out there floating around. And even in a 12-teamer, ESPN, Yahoo, sleeper, this is a player you want to pay attention to in traditional points league formats. Really quick, I want to take a quick moment to invite you all to join me, to join our community at BelieveInFantasy.com. If you go to BelieveInFantasy.com, there'll be a little entry area where you can enter your email, a little line that you can enter your email. And what it does, it grants you access into a world of championship-driven fantasy basketball fanatics. When I tell you, last year, I think we won 58 championships. This year, we're going for 105. I urge you, if you are new to fantasy basketball, if you've been around fantasy basketball a while, we want you to join our community. It's absolutely free. You'll get access to our free Discord, right? We have over 2,000 fantasy basketball fanatics. You'll also get access to our free Believe in Fantasy Basketball newsletter. We have over 4,000 subscribers, and we were just recently ranked number 8 rising in sports on Substack. And I'm not talking rising in fantasy sports. I'm talking all sports. Football, basketball, baseball. We are number 8 right now. We are pumping out articles weekly. And also we are trying to nurture this community so we could, at the end of the day, help you win your league prize. Right? Win your league prize, bragging rights, and your freaking fantasy basketball championship. So right now, go over to BelieveInFantasy.com and join us. So the next player I want to talk about for the waiver wire is another Utah Jazz player, Brice Sensabaugh. Now, again, the Jazz, people have concerns about the Jazz. And when I hear people trying to avoid teams, it smells like value to me. I'm like, yo, if everybody's ignoring these dudes, there's got to be somebody got to put the basketball in the hoop. Somebody got to rebound the basketball. Somebody got to get me a steal, and somebody got to get me a freaking block. Who's playing the minutes? And this young man is playing the minutes. He's projected to play 25.7 minutes per game this season. He's only rostered in 5% 60% of ESPN leagues. This is a player that if you have the ability to stash him right now and just monitor what's happening, he could be the waiver wire pickup of your season. So grab him if you can. And if he stinks up the joint and you don't feel like it's working, tune in next week and we'll share some other names for you. Now, the next player I want to talk about is someone that was getting some buzz earlier on in the offseason, but then people just kind of started farting and pooping all over his name. It was like, what are y'all doing over here? And I'm talking about Davion Mitchell from the Miami Heat. We all know, most of us know, that Tyler Hero will not be playing basketball probably until November or December. So he's going to be out. So everyone knows that the value is going to be there for a Norman Powell. They know that the value is going to be there for an Andrew Wiggins. But what about my man Davion? I think Davion is worth a pickup to just kind of see what Eric Spoelstra has up his sleeve early on in the year. No, I don't think he's going to come out the gates averaging 30 minutes a game. But if he can get 22, 23 minutes a game, especially while Tyler Hero is out, I think there is some short-term value for your man Davion Mitchell. Now that you know which players to target for week 1 on the waiver wire, check out this episode so you can find out all of our buy lows and sell highs.